Look at here, man. I got some smoked chicken flautas and I made them just for you right here on BKC Cooks. Let's go. Hey, good people. Welcome back to BKC Cooks. I'm Brandon Carpenter. Today I'm making smoked chicken flautas. Now, if you've ever had flautas, you've never had smoked chicken ones, pretty sure this is absolutely not the way it's supposed to be done, but this is the way we're doing it today. I'm trying my best. Please don't kill me if I'm doing it wrong, but this is the way I know, and this is the way we're doing it. So we're gonna go over all the ingredients, everything we need. Gonna get our smoker lit for the chicken, and we'll get these things together. Let's go. All right, so here's everything we'll need. I have 4 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So the reason I chose thighs is because we're smoking these. I want to be able to get a good amount of smoke on them without drying them out. And so a lot of fat and moisture in the thighs, so that's why I'm going with thighs. I have 4 nice Roma tomatoes. I have 1 large jalapeno. I have 3 garlic cloves. I have half a yellow onion. White onion is cool if you have that. I have 3 chile guajillos. These are dried chilies. You can find those in the grocery store. I have 3 chile de arbol. You can find those as well. I have a bunch of fresh cilantro. You won't need all of this, but you can only buy it by the bunch. I have kosher salt. I'm gonna have fresh cracked black pepper, a dash of ground cumin or comino, and of course I have corn tortillas. So I'm only gonna make about a dozen. This is a large pack, but this was what they had, so that's what I'm using. So we're gonna get our smoker fired up. We'll get these chicken thighs on the smoker and get going. Let's go. All right, so I'm loading up my smoker, of course with lump charcoal from the Good Charcoal Company. And I'm gonna be rolling some post oak wood chunks. I'm gonna use a tumbleweed fire starter. Get my fire going. I gotta say, man, I know I've said it a bunch of times, but I really do enjoy cooking on my Char-Griller Gravity 980. Just makes life easy. It smokes beautifully. It's a great grill. Can't say enough good things about this thing, man. I really enjoy cooking on it. All right, y'all, my smoke is the way I want it. Again, I got my boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I just put salt and pepper on these. Liberally though, I do want them to taste good on their own. So again, my smoke is faint. Fan is kicking on. Hear a slight sizzle. Again, we're only at 275, so you won't hear a sizzle like we're not going to get a sear or anything like that. So that's it, man. So we're gonna let these smoke. All right, y'all, it's been about 45 minutes since I put these on, so we're gonna take a look. And those are looking really, really nice. You see some beautiful smoke action going on those. I'm gonna get a temp here. I'm using my Chef's Temp Final Touch X10. This is a great instant read probe thermometer. It rotates, it goes however you need it to go. The range on it is ridiculous. The read time is phenomenal. And if you want one, you can click the link in the description. I do have an affiliate link, so if you buy one with my link, I'll get a little something from them, you understand? And that helps support the channel, and it helps me to continue to bring you good barbecue content. So let's see. This one's about 159. That's probably the larger one. Let's see where this one's going. That one's 176, and I'm going in the thickest part of these thighs. That one's 161. That's the one that's furthest from the heat, so that makes sense. And we'll try this one just since we're trying all the rest. This one's close to 160. So actually, I'm gonna let these run for just a couple more minutes while I go inside and get some aluminum foil. I'm gonna wrap these, let them rest. Temps will keep climbing, and it'll also help to make these tender and juicy. I'm just gonna let them rest in that foil, kind of stew in their own juices. So we'll take these off, wrap them up, and we'll go inside and start making some sauce. All right, I'm back with my foil. Just cut off a nice little sheet of foil. So as you can see, these are still juicy. Lots of juice involved there. Cooked through. I really like that color. That's gonna be smoky goodness in those flautas. So again, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. Get my high heat glove on and take this in the house. So again, we're gonna let this sit and rest. It's gonna stay warm, so it's gonna continue cooking, but it's gonna steam and almost braise itself in its own heat and its own juices. So let's go inside, start making some sauce, because we're gonna need sauce to cook this chicken with, and also some salsa to spread all over those beautifully fried flautas when we're all done. So let's go. All right, so now it's time to make the salsa. So we're using dried peppers. We're using the chile, the arbol, and the guajillo. And so, especially with these guajillos, you want to stem them and seed them. All right, so that stem just ripped right off. And I just kind of wiggle through here, and you'll get a bunch of the seeds that are gonna come out pretty easily if you just kind of give them a squeeze and a tap. They'll start falling out of there. So I'm gonna do that to all of these. The smaller peppers are not so easy to do. If you find they're just crumbling apart on you, just leave them alone. Seeds aren't that bad. But with these, you definitely want to stem and seed them. And once we're done with that, I've got my griddle on my stove heating up over medium-low heat. And we're gonna toast these peppers on both sides. Now we'll really soften them, kind of wake them up a bit, because they're dried, they're sitting dormant. They're kind of fragrant now, but once we toast them up on both sides, the aroma is gonna be amazing. So again, once we finish stemming and seeding, we'll get them on the griddle, get to toasting. We're also gonna toast the garlic and the onion. It's gonna be a super flavorful sauce, man, I'm telling you. This is gonna be good. All right, so let's get these on the griddle. All right, so like I said, we have this over medium-low heat. And we're just gonna get these things toasting, man. Sometimes you'll see people, if they can't really get everything, they will split this all the way open and kind of like splay it out. If you wanna do that, that's fine too. But I'm gonna put my garlic cloves in the skin right on there. And I'm gonna toast that onion just like that. When it's time to flip it over, it'll steam up. I'll just peel the skin off. It'll come off really easy. So you wanna keep an eye on these. You don't wanna burn them. They're already, just for them few seconds, much more pliable. If I did that a couple of seconds ago, it would have broken in half. So give them a turn every now and again. Again, you don't want to burn them because they'll get bitter on you. Yeah, so once those get nice and soft, we'll throw them in the pot along with the tomatoes. So we're just going to boil these, and doesn't get any more simple than that. Pot of water, 4 tomatoes, let them boil. You'll see them start to lose their skin, get really soft, and right before they're falling apart, we'll take them off the heat. And when those peppers are where they're supposed to be, we're gonna boil them along with the tomatoes to get those super soft. And again, it's all gonna make for a delicious sauce. So I'm gonna use the same salsa that I topped the flautas with. I'm gonna use that, a little bit of it. I'm gonna cook the chicken down in there just so that chicken has some really good flavor on the inside. I don't want it bland. When I bite into that, I want lots and lots of flavor. So we'll come back once all this stuff is moving and grooving and get it all together. All right, y'all, all of our ingredients are cooked. It's time to blend this sauce. So we're gonna use my Ninja blender that I have, old trusty, old faithful. We're gonna get all this put together. So, man, I wish y'all could smell it. That jalapeno is just absolutely, man, singing. But I'm only gonna use half one. I can always add the other half later. That's a big pepper. I don't wanna make things too hot. My family's not big on super spicy, but I am. I would use the whole thing if it were just me, but you know, you gauge it and do it the way and to the heat level you want. So I'm putting all the tomatoes in here. As you can see, y'all, this stuff is still piping hot. I'm doing the skins and all. It's gonna be pretty rustic. Here's the other half of my jalapeno. Again, I'm gonna set that to the side. And if I need it to have more heat, I can always add it later. So here are the chile guajillos that we toasted and softened up. Those are nice and soft. Hoping you can see those. Nice and soft. Here's the last one. And I'll get my little bitty chile de arbol in there. Make sure I got them all. Okay. I have just like a half of a handful of fresh cilantro. You can always add more. Don't want to overdo it though. You don't want to overpower it. I got those garlic cloves that I toasted on the griddle. I'm gonna throw all of those in there, as well as that half onion that we toasted up. It's not cooked all the way through, but it's nice and soft. Add a pinch of salt. Well, pinch and a half. And just a dash of this cumin, or whatever you call it. Again, this is super strong. I'm doing probably not even a quarter of a teaspoon. Again, you can always add more, but if you overdo it, you're done for. And so this liquid from the pot that we cooked the tomatoes and peppers in, don't just chuck that, man. I'm gonna use just a little bit to thin out this sauce. And if you need to thin it out more, you can use that because there's a ton of flavor in there. So we're gonna get this blended and we'll give it a taste. All right, y'all, let's blend it up nice and smooth. As you can see, everything is still very hot, lots of steam coming off of there. Just gonna get us a little taste here. Needs just a pinch more salt. It's plenty spicy, so I'm not gonna add that other pepper. But I'm gonna keep it on the side for myself, you dig? Cause I want it spicy, spicy. So, we'll finish blending this, then we'll get our chicken shredded, and we'll cook down that chicken in a little bit of this sauce. Let's go. All right, now it's time to shred this chicken. So this is the chicken that we've had. It's been resting. And like I said, it's beautifully smoky. I'm really digging the color on it. So I've seen a hack where people will shred their chicken with their mixer. They'll use like a hand mixer or even in like a stand mixer. They'll put their beater blades on there. But I've got my food processor attachment from my Ninja blender, and it has a dough blade. So it's blunt, so it won't slice it to hell, but I'm hoping it will shred it. So I've never done this before. Y'all are in for a ride. So I'm gonna put this on the dough setting and we'll see if this shreds. Yep, it's shredding. So I'm gonna put the rest in there. And I have a few good ideas from time to time. I'll get all the pieces in there. So there's a little bit of juice collected in that foil. I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna add that to my cooking liquid when I cook this down. So we'll finish shredding this and we'll start cooking that chicken down in that sauce. It's gonna be lovely, I promise. I promise. All right, so our chicken is all shredded up. It's time to infuse some flavor or some more flavor into that meat. It's nice and smoky. So I got a nice skillet. I'm just gonna put a couple tablespoons of oil in here just to coat the bottom. Don't need a ton. Or not a couple tablespoons, a couple teaspoons actually. That's less than a tablespoon. So I'm gonna add my shredded up smoked chicken. If you wanna shred this with a couple forks, feel free, but that little method I did worked pretty well. If you want it another way, hey, shred it the way you want, man. So this is already cooked. We don't have to do too much. We just want to, like I said, infuse a little flavor. So I'm gonna take some of that salsa that I made. Just about a quarter cup. And I'm gonna add that in there. You can see it's got a nice color to it already. Get this all mixed up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got that little thing of juice, man. Hold on. I got these drippings. Oh yeah, that turned into gelatin. You know that's about to be the good stuff right there, man. So yeah, we can't waste that. We're gonna get every bit of it. All right. That's melting down nicely. So we're just gonna let this simmer on low for a little bit. Again, you don't want it super wet. You just want it moist, you want it flavorful. If it needed to be wetter, I would say some of that reserved liquid from the tomatoes and the peppers would be perfect, but this is just right. So I'm gonna cook this again on low. I'm gonna lower my heat a little bit. I'm just gonna cook this on low for about another 5 minutes. And again, it's already cooked. We just want to infuse flavor in here. Then we'll pull it, we'll let this cool down, and we're gonna start getting our tortillas softened up, and we'll start assembling flautas before you know it. All right, now we're gonna start prepping the tortillas. So I just have my cast iron skillet with about 1 inch of oil in there. Not even quite an inch. Probably a quarter of the way full. So I've got my corn tortillas. My oil is on medium low to medium. So you just drop one in. By the time it comes to the top, it's ready to pull out. It is really just that fast. If you let it stay on there much longer than that, it's either going to get too soggy or it's going to turn into a tostada on you. We just want these to be pliable so that they're easy to roll. I do it this way because I don't have to use toothpicks when I make my flautas. A lot of people have to use toothpicks, but I've kind of mastered it so that I can just roll these and roll them tight without using toothpicks. So again, this happens really fast. If you're really confident, you could do 2 or 3 of these at a time, but I'm just going to show you one at a time. So I think that's how you should start, but as you can see, it really goes just that fast. So I'm going to be doing 4 here. So you do this for as many as you're making. You can always add or subtract to make this recipe work for however many you need to do. So we got those done. We're going to start assembling these flautas, roll them up, and fry them. Let's get to it. All right, so it's time to roll up these flautas. Time to make the magic happen. So I've got my chicken that we prepared. So just got me a little scoop of it, right? And this is optional. I got some Oaxaca cheese in there, right? So Oaxaca cheese is kind of similar to mozzarella. It's like a melting, stringy type cheese. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do recommend it. So you can also play around with how much filling you have in here as far as your chicken goes. I want a little more than that. I want a nice bite. So you want to take this and you want to roll this up nice and tight. And you want to do it so that you end with that part on the bottom. And that's going to allow me to go directly into my oil. And so be very careful when you're doing this. Use tongs if you're not confident, if you're worried about getting splashed. I'm just going to lie that down right in there. And again, that oil is still medium low. You don't need like screaming hot oil. We're really just crisping this up. Everything is already cooked. All we're really doing is crisping up that tortilla, heating the filling all the way through. So while that's going, let's do another one. Just so you can peep my technique, you dig? So again, piece of cheese. Scoop of this beautiful smoked chicken. And you're gonna tuck and roll, man. Keeping it tight is the key. And again, keep that seam on the bottom. And move on over to the oil. Get that right in there. So the first one, the action has died down on it quite a bit. I can feel with my tongs that it is pretty firm. So I'm going to turn that over. And that's frying up nicely. See if we can get a little tighter on that, yo. When you're frying things like this, use your eyes and your ears. When you see the action dying down, it's not bubbling and popping and doing everything, it starts getting quiet. When it starts getting quiet, it's letting you know, hey, I'm about done. So I think I got about another 30 or 40 seconds on this one. And we'll just strain this on paper towels on the tray, just the same way we did when we were prepping the tortillas. And after that, man, we'll get some salsa on there, some crema, and get to crunching. And this thing is nice and crisp. Let's see if I can get some better light on here for y'all. Beautiful. So we'll get these plated up, get them dressed up, and give them the taste test. Let's go. All right, our flautas are crispy and delicious looking. It's time to dress these things up, man. So first things first, we got that salsa that we made, so I'm just going in a nice stripe of salsa across both of them, or that, either one. Next, I'm going with some Crema Mexicana. So I learned a trick on, I don't know, YouTube, TikTok, someplace. Somebody said to take a skewer and punch through here. And you just kind of make your own little squirt bottle. And since I've been doing that, this has worked out beautifully. So credit to whoever came up with that. I can't remember who it was, but it's a great idea. Then I got some Cotija cheese, Cotija. And I'm gonna, yeah, just like so. And we're gonna get into this thing. All right, y'all, it is time for the taste test. Got these beautiful flautas, man. All dressed up, got the salsa, got the crema, Cotija cheese. Let's see what we're working with, man. Damn, I'm good. This is ridiculous. Again, y'all, I've never made this before. Not this way. Made flautas plenty of times in the past, but never with smoked chicken. And man, y'all hear that crunch? Y'all want to hear it again? Ridiculous. That chicken is smoky, but it's not too much. That salsa is, man, come on. This don't make no damn sense. I mean, not a drop of sense. Y'all got to try this, man. Y'all got to try this here. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna finish this up for y'all because I know y'all want to see me finish it. And of course, I don't have my towel, as always. This is really good. Highly recommend. I really hope y'all try this. That smoked chicken and this flautas. Man, that's a game changer. Really, really good. That's gonna be it for this one, y'all. I'm about to tear these things apart. So as I always tell you, stop being scared, put something on that grill, smoke something, man, let's go. And I always wish good eating to y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.